Today I would like to talk to about sterilizing and cleaning menstrual cups and menstrual discs. So there are basically cleaning a cup means to remove dirt, and sterilizing means to remove bacteria. There are several ways to clean and sterilize. Most cup manufacturers recommend that you clean your cup during your period. Every time you take out the cup before you reinsert it, that you clean it, and that you sterilize it at least one time. So after your period ends. Some manufacturers also recommend that you sterilize before your period starts again, so twice a month. I also read a study that showed that bacteria, including the bacteria that is responsible for TSS, that bacteria can actually stick to silicone. So in that study, they actually recommend you sterilize your cup every time you take it out. So before you reinsert it, so every 12 hours or so. Most manufacturers, as I said, they just recommend that you wash your cup during your normal use, so during your period, and then sterilize it once or twice a month. So either, for instance, in the case of Luma, this is a Luma disc, and Luma recommends that you sterilize it after your cycle ends, so just once a month, and that you rinse it with water. They don't specify if it's cold or warm water every time you take it out before you reinsert it. So, regarding cleaning, there are different methods and also different recommendations from different manufacturers. Um, some people just take it out of their vagina, they empty it in the toilet, and they put it back. Most manufacturers recommend that you rinse it with water. Some manufacturers recommend that you use some sort of soap, not really soap, but a detergent, a wash. Um, so this is for you to see. So here is a menstrual cup soap, and some people recommend that you first rinse it with cold water and then with warm water, because they say that the cold water can cause, so the warm water can make the stain stick to the cup. So in order to prevent stains, they recommend that you first rinse it with cold water. For many years, I used the instead reusable soft cup, and that one I just rinsed with warm water. So what I did was I removed it, then I would just put it under water, take it out again, take it out. Not very, like, I wouldn't scrub or anything. I just like until the water came clear. Then I'll put it back inside. So pretty fast. Um, Regarding soaps, as I said, not all cup manufacturers recommend soap. For instance, Luma does not. Some do. Regarding soaps, the most important is that the soap is actually good for your vagina and also good for your cup. Good for your vagina means that it won't have anything that irritates your skin or that can cause some problems. So, for instance, it shouldn't have alcohol, it shouldn't have perfume, it should respect the natural pH of your vagina. For instance, here you can see this one says pH balanced. And respecting and being good for your cup means that it's okay for silicone, so it shouldn't have, for instance, oils. You can use, for instance, this intimate wash that you can find at drugstores everywhere, right here in Germany at least. But then you have to check the ingredients and make sure that, they don't have anything that could damage the silicone. Um, some people use castile soap. I wouldn't do that because castile soap is very alkaline, so the pH is very high. and the pH of your vagina is actually very acidic. So I personally wouldn't do it. But yeah, again, it's so as you can see here, for instance, they add citric acid and lactic acid to make sure that the pH is then balanced for your vagina, so that you don't have any problems then. You can also buy just a soap that is meant for menstrual cups like this one, and then you don't have to worry about reading ingredients. The disadvantage that it's pretty expensive. This one is 75 milliliters. It cost €5. I bought it on Amazon. There are different brands. Um, the I bought this one because it was the only one I found that was mostly with natural ingredients. They advertise on their website that they have, I don't remember if it's like 80% or 90% natural ingredients and like 40% or something like that organic ingredients. I couldn't find a 100% natural uh, cup wash. If you know of anything, please let me know. I couldn't find anything. So if you use this every time you wash your cup, this won't last very long. If you just use it um, at the end of your cycle, just to give it a good wash before you put your cup away, then I would say this might last a while. So then, in my opinion, it's worth the price. So okay, so this is about washing, and regarding washing, as I said, there are also many people that just take it out, rinse it, take it, empty it on the bed, on the toilet, and then put it back inside. I did that also when I was camping, for instance. I did that, and no problem. Sometimes I would just also pour a tiny little bit of water from a bottle, um, then so it was not really very clean, and it was always okay. I never had any problem. But yeah, this is yeah. Some people take it out. Some people use warm water. Some people use cold water. Some people use both. Some people use soap. This is about cleaning. Now about sterilizing. For sterilizing, you have different options. The most famous one, the one that is like recommended by every manufacturer, is you boil it in a pot of water in the stove. The way you can do this in order not to damage the cup is you can put it inside a whisk, those things that you use to scramble eggs, and you put it inside, and then you can put it inside a boiling a pan with boiling water, and just let it stay there. The amount of time also recommended depends on on the several manufacturers. Some manufacturers recommend 3 minutes. For instance, the Luma, they recommend 3 minutes. Others recommend up to 20 minutes. So you do what you think it's makes sense for you. So this is one way. Another way is with steam and on the microwave. And the way you can do this is you can just put it inside a microwave safe container, put some water inside, put the lid on top, not really closed, but just on top. Put it in the microwave and let it boil for the amount of minutes that you would also do in the stove. There are also these little foldable cups that are made of silicone that are actually sold for the to sterilize cups in the microwave, so you can store it. It doesn't take space when you're not using it, and the way you can do it is you just put it inside. So this is made for cups, so it doesn't really fit this very well, so I would not use for this, because you should like let it really completely cover in water. And then you close the lid, not really completely, just a little bit. Should be able to let some steam out, so that it doesn't blow up. And then you put it in the microwave and let it boil. There are also these bags that you can buy. They are usually made to disinfect baby things like baby pacifiers and um, nipple nipple protectors and whatever. And they are just like a bag that you open. It has a zip. You open it, you put your stuff inside with a tiny little bit of water. You actually seal the bag, put it inside the microwave, and then the it creates steam inside, and it sterilizes like that. Those bags are very cheap. They come usually by like 5 or 10, and each one can last you up to 20 times. So it's also an economical way, and it doesn't take much space. So that's an option. Another option also is also related to babies is the Milton tabs or any other sterilizing tabs. The way you do it is you put your cup in a container. You make sure it can completely covered with water, and then you throw a Milton tab inside, and it will just dissolve. And the Milton tabs usually you can actually like use it for 24 hours. So you can, for instance, put the cup now, and then if you want to, so if you have, for instance, two and you want to change it, you could put it twice. So every 12 hours you can disinfect your cup. So one tab would be enough for 24 hours. Many people even use just a quarter of a tab or something like that. I recommend you to read the instructions. So that's some options. Other options also are these electric steamers. So this is an electric steamer. They're all pretty much the same. They all look like this. They have different brands, but they all look like this. The only one I found that looks almost the same, but it has here the brand. It's the one from Pixie, which they don't sell in Germany, by the way. At least I couldn't find it. So it looks exactly the same, but here it says Pixie. Maybe that one is better. I don't know if this is like imitation or... in any case, this costs like 10 euros. The one from Pixie costs more, of course. It's a branded thing. And as you can see, it also fits the Luma. You might need to put it like this, but you can definitely close it and sterilize it. So you can also do it the other way around. You put it like this and close it. So I have to say this, I find this not very good. So there are many good reviews. Maybe I have a faulty item, I don't know. But this to me, it's supposed to, so you press the button and it's supposed to be, so 3 minutes. But if I press the button, after 1 minute, it will already be out. And also you cannot turn it off. So the moment you press the button, you have to wait. Also the cover here, I don't know if you can see, but the cover has also marks here that tell you they are here. My finger is, probably cannot see it. I don't think you can see it on the video, sorry for that. So it has a mark saying 5 milliliters and 10 milliliters. So you can put water in the cup and in the cover and use it to put there. So the water goes here on this part. I don't know if you saw on that little hole here. So yeah, so that's the electric sterilizers. There are different prices, all the same. They all look exactly the same. So they all have this saying here in the cover saying caution hot, which by the way it gets pretty hot. They all look exactly the same with different prices, at least on Amazon Germany. Different prices. This one costs 10 euros and it came with tons of extras. And then there are others that cost 40 euros and they are exactly the same. At least they look exactly the same. So I would advise you to have a look. So this is the sterilizer. Yeah, you connect it to the power outlet. Then you also have the UV ray sterilizers. So this is actually for pacifiers. It's from Munchkin. And as you can see, it also fits the cup inside. If you want, you can even also put it like this or like this. You can do it as you want, and it does close. You can operate it with either connected to the power outlet, so it has a USB. It's not rechargeable. They have another version that is more expensive, a newer one that is rechargeable. This one is not. So either you can have it connected to the power outlet, or you can use with batteries. So you press the button, it turns red, then you press it again and it starts blinking. That means it's sterilizing, and this takes 1 minute to sterilize. This actually works. Just make sure that you use, let's see, it was not even 1 minute, it's already off, so this is really not very good quality, but you can always press it again. So yeah, if you are in next to it, you can always keep pushing, yeah, until you make the 3 minutes. So this is actually good. I find it does last the 1 minute blinking, which I find it good. Some people report it doesn't work with batteries, but the reason for that is because the batteries go here, by the way, and see, again, it's already all pretty crappy. The the batteries should be 1.5 volts. I think that's how you say it. And they should be alkaline. So maybe that's the reason why some people that might have been having problems with the battery. I never had, so I find that is very cool. And so it's already done. So you can then uh, open it and it's sterilized, which is pretty cool. Also, some people were asking because of the pacifiers if it would be okay to have the pacifier wet inside, and they say as long as you shake it and take out the majority of the water, it's okay when it's a little wet. So as long as there are not like dripping things. This was actually Munchkin who replied to this on Amazon to some customers. So this makes me also feel safe in putting my menstrual cup here when it's not like completely dry yet. So of course not like dripping wet, but then you can actually, if you want, you can use this because it's so fast, as you could see. You can actually use it every 12 hours. So you can just rinse it, make sure that it's clean, right? And then you put it inside, even if it's not completely dry. And then you can immediately put it back. So I find this a really good device. Yeah. So these are the options you have. And then at the end, when you are when you're finished sterilizing, you should store your cup in a breathable pouch. So it can be cotton. For instance, Luma comes with this one. This is not really cotton. This is more like some silky material. I would say this is something synthetic. I don't know, but it does look breathable. I do like this. It does look breathable. It does feel breathable. So yeah, you put it here and then you store it in a place that won't get dirty, but that is also breathable. So it can also be like your underwear drawer or something like that. And yeah, then next month everything starts again. So I hope this helped. I hope I didn't forget anything also. Sorry that the video is so long. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Okay.